Hi guys, Neil Waterhouse. This week's video is AliExpress to eBay dropshipping and 10 reasons why you'd be banned. And stick around to the end of the video and also show you how the most successful dropship sellers source their dropship products. For anybody new to this channel, my name is Neil Waterhouse. I've been selling on eBay for 24 years. I'm the author of $1 Million eBay Business from Home, as well as the founder and creator of Dropship Formula. So the reason I'm telling you this is I've got a few runs on the board to tell you what I'm going to say. If you're going to go to the effort of building a dropship business, you want to build a business for the long term. You don't want to build a business on quicksand. In this week's video, I'll show you the 10 reasons eBay AliExpress dropshippers get banned. And I'll also show you a much better, safer, or more profitable way to build a dropship business for the long term. So let's launch straight into it. The number one biggest reason AliExpress to eBay dropshippers get banned is because of continuous complaints from buyers that items are taking too long to arrive. Sure, in a perfect world, you can get companies like FedEx and DHL to air freight items in 3 business days from China, but we don't live in a perfect world. Even before COVID, we'd never use AliExpress as a dropship supplier, as the majority of AliExpress suppliers are located in China. And even many of the sellers that list their items on AliExpress as not being on China, they are in China, as I'll show you. The big problem with dropshipping from China, of course, is there's so many shipping variables that can and do go wrong. I've been importing now for over 35 years. Over these 35 years, I've seen so many reasons why our shipments have been delayed, from customs delays in China, delays from customs in the destination country, i.e. Australia, USA, Canada, UK, etc., delayed flights, missed flights, backlog flights, grounded aircraft, strikes, natural occurrences like storms, volcanic ash, documentation mistakes, system failures, hurricanes, fogs closing airports, staffing issues, etc., etc. I could literally write a book from all the excuses that I've heard over the last 35 years of importing. However, even before COVID, we had all these same shipping issues. And shipments would regularly miss flights, and those items that miss flights would have to wait days and sometimes weeks for the next flights. But of course, since COVID, there's far fewer flights, but a much bigger demand, as more people than ever in the history of mankind are buying online from Chinese sellers. The problem here is at the end of the day, when there are delays and items arrive late to your eBay customers, all these late shipment problems become the seller's problems, i.e. you and me. We as the dropship sellers are the ones that cop the negative feedback and the defects for late arrivals. And if you continually get a high rate of defects for late arrivals compared to other eBay sellers, eBay will ban you. If you've been doing some research on AliExpress, you'll notice that some items can be shipped from AliExpress locally from countries like Australia, USA, Russia, etc. However, many of these items still come from China, even when they say they're shipping locally. Let me show you what I mean. Take this product on AliExpress as an example. As you can see, I've selected to see only items shipped from Australia. Now if I click on this flying robot, and as you see, the estimated delivery date for Australia to Australia is December 3. Today, as I'm shooting this, it's October 31. So December 3 is 33 days away. 33 days for Australia to Australia. I don't think so. This tells me that the item is almost certainly being shipped from China, as it does not take 33 days to ship from Australia to Australia. Buyers on eBay will not tolerate waiting 33 days. When you list an item on, say, eBay Australia, in each listing you need to enter the postcode where the item will be shipped from, i.e. the postcode of your supplier. If you enter a postcode and it's shipped from a different postcode, you can get in trouble for what eBay calls zip code mismatch. This happens when the tracking number is uploaded to eBay with a totally different zip code or postcode. This is another reason why I always recommend to only ever use local dropship suppliers in the country that you're selling into. eBay is open in 37 different countries, however only ever use local suppliers in the country that you're selling into. If you don't have enough local suppliers, stick around at the end of this video and I'll give you a link to a free list of over 900 local dropship suppliers. The next big problem with using AliExpress as your supplier is the majority of all your items will be small, cheap items with hardly any profit. The reason for this is shipping by air from China is very expensive. As an example, if you ship a box, say the size of a shoebox, by DHL or FedEx, it'll cost you around $100 US. Of course, the cheapest option for shipping from China is by sea. However, shipping by sea takes far too long for dropshipping. For this reason, the majority of items are shipped via the post. However, the Chinese worked out a long time ago that if you post a parcel from China that weighs less than 500 grams and less than 2 centimeters thick, it can be shipped from China as a letter, which in China costs less than $2. Now, the big problem with this is you're competing with all the Chinese sellers who are happy to make 10 cents on a sale. The way to not compete with all the Chinese sellers is to sell larger items sourced locally. Larger items that the Chinese sellers cannot post from China due to the high cost of shipping large and heavy items by air. Items that are larger than a small shoebox. Dropshipping on eBay is about working smarter and not harder. I'd rather sell something for $500 and make $100 than sell something for $5 and make 50 cents. It takes exactly the same amount of time to list a $5 item on eBay as it does to list a $500 item. And it makes no difference for shipping as your supplier does all the shipping for you. The next problem with using AliExpress and Chinese suppliers for dropshipping on eBay is AliExpress only gives a 30-day warranty. In most first world countries like Australia, USA, UK, etc., we by law have to give a minimum of 12 months warranty for physical products. So if an item stops working after 30 days, if you purchase from AliExpress, you cannot get it repaired or replaced. If you consistently don't honour warranties from your eBay customers, again, eBay will ban you. If you use local suppliers, your suppliers by law have to honour the warranty for 12 months. So you're not out of pocket for warranty issues. Now, even if an item that you purchase from AliExpress fails in the first 30 days, you'll need to send it back to China, which is often 10 times more expensive to send items to China than it was to first post the item from China in the first place. Again, if you do not want to repair or replace the item quickly, you'll again get a defect. And if you continue to get more defects than the average eBay seller, you'll again get banned. The next way I continually see AliExpress eBay sellers getting banned is by doing bulk uploads of new listings. Suddenly a brand new seller goes from having no listings on eBay or very few listings on eBay, and then all of a sudden they list 200 or more items. You could do that 10 years ago, but you can't do it now. eBay's trust and safety algorithm can pick this up, and eBay will suspend all your listings and request a load of documentation. If you don't give them the answers that they want, they will again ban you. The next big problem with bulk uploading AliExpress items is duplicates. I see this all the time. New sellers using software to automatically find hot selling similar items. But the big problem with this is the program finds similar items from other sellers, but many of those items are not just similar, they're identical. This triggers eBay's duplicate listing algorithm, and it can be a very quick way to get banned. The next big problem with dropshipping from AliExpress is overselling items. AliExpress sellers notoriously show items as being in stock, but they're not in stock. The AliExpress sellers wait for orders to come in, and then they place the order with their supplier. And then they find out that their supplier has no stock or a delay in getting stock. Again, this is what I've been saying now for over 20 years, to only use dropship suppliers that are located in your own country. If you're located in Australia, only use Australian suppliers. If you're located in the USA, only use USA-based suppliers. If you're located in Canada, only use Canadian suppliers. Again, if you need more local suppliers, I'll put a link at the end of this video to a free list of over 900 local dropship suppliers. And I also have a free course explaining how to find local suppliers from a previous week's video. The next reason eBay sellers get banned on eBay is for selling items that do not meet compliance for the country that you're selling into, i.e. Australia, USA, etc. Again, this is another reason to use local suppliers, as they sell items that do meet compliance rules for that country, i.e. no lead paint for baby items, no asbestos in gaskets, electrical compliance, etc. The next reason people get banned on eBay using AliExpress is for selling fake or rip-off items that are trademarked through eBay's Vero program. Vero is an acronym for Verified Rights Owner Program. Again, using local suppliers helps eradicate this issue of fake and copied items. The next issue is selling Chinese items that only come with Chinese manuals. Not only does this create a multitude of customer service issues, it also again leads to negative feedback and defects. Again, if you keep getting a high amount of defects compared to other eBay sellers, eBay will ban you. Like I mentioned at the beginning, build your business for the long term. If you want to know how to find local dropship suppliers, make sure you watch this video up here. If you need more local suppliers, I'll put a link on the screen below to a free list of over 900 local suppliers. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you found any value in this video, please give it a thumbs up as it helps the channel. And make sure you hit the subscribe button to the no fluff, ad-free channel that teaches step by step how anyone can make a full-time living from their home using less than $100. Until next week, stay safe, list more, sell more. This is Neil Waterhouse.